Well, once again, controversy raises its ugly head.
What?
Author and Potterverse creator J.K. Rowling has just said something so incredibly stunning.
What?
It'll blow your mind.
You sure about that?
Ready? Children are not born transmental.
There are only two genders.
What the fuck?
I'm Jazz Borganzo, and that J.K. Rowling, always stirring up shit.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
And it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Monday. And of course, this is the continuing post-Christmas edition. Well, before I get into the main story, this, of course, broke last night. Jimmy Carter, former president of the United States, passed away at the age of 101. God bless him for living that long. From what I remember of Jimmy Carter, as a Gen Xer, I remember sitting in my mother and father's car and waiting, and long gas lines, gas shortages, and of course hyperinflation. I believe he was a decent president, but and a good man, but unfortunately he was overwhelmed at times to the point when Reagan came in, Reagan had to clean up the mess. But also I have an issue that Jimmy Carter, in his final weeks and days on this planet, was used as a prop by his own former Democratic Party for who? Kamala Harris's election bid. No, they wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, they did. Why? Because they're trash. Anyway, on to the main story. That damn J.K. Rowling. I'll tell you, she's always starting shit. You're like, what is she? What is she doing now? What is she doing now? Is she creating something outside of the Potterverse? New characters, what have you? That's disturbing the force. No. She's calling out more facts and says, wait for it, kids are not born transmental. Oh my gosh! As they clutch their pearls and their rectums clench. Yes, she's calling out facts once again. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. J.K. Rowling, there's no such thing as a transgender kid. Harry Potter creator and women's rights activist J.K. Rowling has told her fans on social media once again that there is no such thing as a transgender kid, that no child is born in the wrong body. Rowling engaged series of messages on X on Saturday about being accused of perpetrating a hateful focus on trans kids. Yes, she's a bigot. The children's books author seemed to insist that there is no such thing as a trans kid in the first place. Quote, there are no trans kids. No child is born in the wrong body. There are only adults like you prepared to sacrifice the health of minors to bolster your belief in an ideology that will end up wreaking more harm than lobotomies and false memory syndrome combined. Wow. In another post, Rowling blamed some of the society's problems on a type of culture contamination where social media convinces children that they are transmental. When one ex-user said that parents are to blame for transmental kids, Rowling responded by saying, kids are watching TikTok videos and surgeons selling the idea of bodies can be modified like Legos. School affirms kids trans identities behind parents' backs. A certain kids' charity in UK sent out breast binders to prepubescent girls without parental consent. Many parents are struggling to protect kids from the zeitgeist, telling them that anxieties about puberty, sexuality, and growing up can be fixed by lifelong reliances on big pharma and doctors who make Frankenstein look ethical. Savage. Rowling went on to say that parents are facing strong headwinds as schools and the internet continues to push transgenderism on kids outside the home. She also blasted the entire scheme of transgenderism for pushing the false nirvana. She noted that transmental medical intervention causes infertility, the loss of ability of orgasm, and a lifetime of reliance on powerful hormones your body wasn't designed to cope with, she said. Again, more savagery. Rowling has been a staunch voice in opposition for transgender women in sports and recently pointed out that men claiming to be transmental female athletes have stolen hundreds of medals and championships from female athletes. Side note. Remember the dude who won in Olympic boxing who beat up women? Yeah, he got some first place votes for Woman of the Year. I'm sorry, Women Athlete of the Year. Same thing there. Let's see. Quote, Over 890 medals across 29 sports stolen by women from men, the shocked British writer exclaimed in a post from October. This was from October, when of course she showed a dude, yes, who likes to feel pretty, wearing a medal that should have been a woman's. Still, the famed author has taken much criticism from the far left for her stance in favor of women's rights. She has faced boycott threats and death threats from the left, but the opposition to her seems to be losing its power. Recently, HBO announced its continuing partnership with Rowling because they have no choice. She wrote in books. They have no choice. With Rowling as the studio prepares to launch yet another Harry Potter project, despite efforts by the woke leftists to looking to force the studio to cut its ties to Rowling. Once again, if you cut Rowling out, there goes Harry Potter. Adding more credence to our position, the British National Health System has announced a ban on puberty blockers and other transmental procedures for minors. Let me say for a third time, the woman is absolutely savage. She's savage in her facts. She came with receipts, and she woke up choosing violence. Exactly what J.K. Rowling. And again, I've done a number of videos on J.K. Rowling, and to me, I applaud her. I do. I love it when she goes on savage rants like this, calling out facts. It's lovely, shall I say. But when, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought for a second. When you got those leftist nut jobs who are still coming after her with death threats against her, and of course, they're losing, they exactly what the article said. They've lost power ever since Donald Trump won the election. All of a sudden, you got a lot of people who stay quiet. You know, Target, Walmart, Amazon, you know, some on The View. They've kept their mouth shut. All of a sudden now, they're crawling back in their spider holes and saying, no mas, no mas. But sadly, transmentalism is going to be here for a while. It's not going away anytime soon. But as long as you have those like J.K. Rowling, dropping hammers on these sons of bitches, I think it's going to be all right. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. When you see one like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.